important factor in the derivative segment, that is open interest, in this video. Open interest is the total number of outstanding contracts that are held by market participants at the end of the day. We can also define it as the total number of future contracts or option contracts that has not been exercised or squared off or expired or fulfilled by delivery. So open interest applies primarily to the futures market. This is often used to confirm trends and trend reversals for future and option contracts. It measures the flow of money into the futures market. For each seller of a futures contract, there must be a buyer of that contract. Thus, a seller and a buyer combine to create only one contract. So, to determine the total open interest for any given market, we need only to know the totals from one side, either the buyer or the seller, not the sum of the both. So, the open interest position that is reported each day represents the increase or decrease in number of contracts for that particular day, and it is shown as a positive or a negative number. Let us learn how exactly this open interest is calculated. Assume the market consists of 5 traders who trade Nifty futures. Let us name them as Arjun, Neha, Varun, John and Vikram. Let us go through their day-to-day trading activity and observe how the open interest varies. As you can see in this table, say on Monday, Arjun buys 6 futures contracts and Varun buys 4 contracts, while Neha sells all of these 10 contracts. After this transaction, there are 10 contracts in total, with 10 on the long side, 6 plus 4, and another 10 on the short side. Hence, the open interest is 10. We can see here on the table over here. Now on Tuesday, Neha wants to get rid of 8 contracts out of the 10 contracts she holds, which she does. And John comes into the market and takes on the 8 short contracts from her. We must realize that this transaction did not create any new contracts in the market. It was simple transfer from one person to the other. Hence, the open interest will still stand at the same level of 10 contracts. Now coming to Wednesday. To the existing 8 short contracts, John wants to add 7 more short positions, while at the same time both Arjun and Varun decide to increase their long position. Hence, John sold 3 contracts to Arjun and 2 contracts to Varun. Note, these are 5 new contracts which has been traded. Neha decides to close out her open position. And by going long on 2 contracts, she effectively transferred 2 of her short contracts to John, and hence Neha is now not holding any contract. So by the end of Wednesday, there are 15 long, that is 9 plus 6, and 15 short positions in the market. Hence the total open interest stands at 15. Now on Thursday, say a big guy named Vikram comes to the market and sells 25 contracts at a go. John decides to liquidate 10 contracts and hence buys 10 contracts from Vikram, effectively transferring his 10 contracts to Vikram. And Arjun adds 10 more contracts from Vikram. And finally, Varun decides to buy the remaining 5 contracts from him. So in the summary in the table, we can see 15 new contracts got added to the system. So open interest will now stand at total of 30 contracts. I hope the above discussion is giving you a fair sense of what exactly open interest is all about. The open interest information just indicates how many open positions are there in the market. That's it. Here is something which we have noticed by now, that in the contracts held column, if we assign a positive sign to the long position and a negative sign to all the short position, and then add up the long and the short position, it will always equal to 0. In fact, this is one of the primary reason derivatives is often termed as a zero-sum game. Where do we get this data? We get this open interest data from the NSE website under the quote section. Open interest is very useful in understanding how liquid the market is. Bigger the open interest, more liquid that particular market is. And it will be easier for a trader to enter or exit at competitive bid-ask rates. So what are the benefits of monitoring this open interest? By monitoring the changes in the open interest figures at the end of each trading day, we can make conclusions about the day's activity. Say increasing open interest means that new money is flowing into the marketplace. The result will be that the present trend will be up or down or sideways, which will continue. A declining open interest means that the market is liquidating, and which implies that the prevailing price trend is coming to an end. Open interest is often used as a confirming indicator. An increase in open interest along with an increase in price is said to confirm an upward trend. Similarly, an increase in open interest along with decrease in the price confirms a downtrend. An increase or decrease in prices while open interest remains flat or declining may indicate a possible trend reversal. The relationship between the prevailing price trend and open interest we can see here in this table as we just discussed. However, we can use the Stockage app to track open interest of different stocks and indexes. Thank you.